Welcome everybody to the weekly wrap up for week 9 of the most fantasy football league you've never heard of. Now I love the Loche Fantasy Football League. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you like. We're not in the Star Studio, ladies and gentlemen. That's TBD. It's coming soon. And hit me up in the comments. Let me know your decor choices. And before we start, I want to say a special thank you to all of the men and women that have served and are serving now to protect our country. Thank you very much. This week, today, and always, thank you for your service. And now it's time for the lowlights, the highlights, the thumbs up, the thumbs down, the talking trash, everything you need to know from your favorite fantasy football league. Speaking of favorites, I was a favorite. Remember, we're a team. We were the favorite to win last week in the For Life Championship against the lowly, bottom feeding My Johnson Fantasy Football Squad. And I had to charge my phone 3 times over the weekend, folks, because I just kept getting hit with texts, DMs, everything. People need to know, did we win? Is it five wins in a row? Or did we suffer our first loss in about a month and go back to square one? We win again! Yeah! Except this time it was just barely. So we have to be cognizant of that. Pull back a little bit. That Sunday night football game, oh man. Tom Brady. Dude, is this what I get for believing in you? Really? You throw 4 picks, you only get 2 points, and you get shellacked on Sunday Night Football. 38-3, 7? I don't even know how many points you got, but I know you didn't get points from me. Like 2 points. All bad. Do not, I repeat, do not do that again, TB. But you know who can do it again? It is the 3 stars from our team, starting with scoring Terry McLaurin. Yes, I hate Ohio State, but I love me some Terry McLaurin. And I love his stat line. 7 grabs, 115 yards, including a catch in between 2 defenders, and then he was off to the races for a touchdown. 21 total fantasy football points. And guess who he faces this week? The Detroit Lions! Oh, truck! Yeah, it's McLaurin time. And you know what else it's time for? It's time for Captain Christian Kirk. 20.8 fantasy football points last week, catching another long 53-yard TD pass. Yes, yes, yes. 5 overall catches, 123 yards total. Oh, thank you, Captain, my captain, Christian Kirk, living long and prospering. And you're going to be doing that again this week against Baltimore corners, safeties, anyone in the stadium that's going to try to catch up with you. Spoiler alert, they're not. You definitely get a thumbs up of the week, buddy. And let's see who else we got here. The freaking kicker! Our kicker! Yes! In kickers we trust. And we trust Brandon McManus to go for 2 for field goals, 40 yards plus, and 2 extra points. 3 extra points, 11 overall fantasy football points. He's more accurate than a Washington tornado, folks. And yes, I'm going to stick with that. I'm also going to stick with Brandon McManus, my McMahon, for the rest of the season. Great job, my man, McManus. You guys are the reason why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 wins in a row. And we're going to keep moving on up like the Jeffersons to fantasy football glory. Speaking of fantasy football glory, on the path to fantasy football glory and also on the path to fantasy football craptacular performances, it's time for the thumbs up and thumbs down performances for the most exciting fantasy football team you've never heard of, the I Love the Loche Fantasy Football League. And week 9 with 135.9 overall fantasy football points, the thumbs up performance of the week belongs to, check my notes again. Oh, man. Dan Snyder is my witch. It's a family show, folks. I have to say that. How many times did I gotta say his name? It's ridiculous. But you know what's not ridiculous? Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. The pack stack is back, Jack. Aaron Rodgers. 34.9 overall fantasy football points, 3 out of 5 passing yards, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 passing touchdowns, 1 to the tight end for the hell of it, 2 for MVS, the law firm of Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and also threw 1 to Devontae all-day Adams, because that's what he does. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the 8th day of the week, I created Devontae. All day, 28.3 fantasy football points, 10 grabs, 173 yards with the touchdown, number 1 receiver in fantasy football, unstoppable. You can't stop him. You can just contain him. And San Fran 49ers, they couldn't even do that. So Devontae and Aaron Rodgers, 2 big reasons why Dan Snyder is my witch, balled out again this week. But the third reason why was Keenan Allen with the rookie sensational QB Justin Herbert, 20.8 fantasy football points, 9 grabs overall, 103 yards total, 1 touchdown against the Raiders defense. Should put the practice defense on the field. It would have better luck guarding him. In the slot, out wide, in the stands, doesn't matter. Keenan Allen gets it done and got it done big dog style. So another reason why, once again, and I hate saying this, but it's reality, you know, I'm not gonna go to legal. I'm not gonna challenge the results with my lawyers. The numbers, the votes, the ballots, whatever you have, the points add up. Dan Snyder is my witch. Once again, thumbs up performance of the week. Number 1 overall in our league. Most points in our league so far. Great job. See you in a couple weeks. But you know what didn't get a great job? Our thumbs down performance of the week. With a measly 67.1 overall fantasy football points. Severe pounding. Took a severe pounding this week. Ha, ha, ha. Today works both ways. But what didn't work was his starting lineup. Starting with DeAndre Hopkins. 4.5 fantasy football points. I hate to break it to you, Mr. Hopkins, but there's a new sheriff in town in Arizona. And his name is Christian Kirk. He's the target monster on the team now. Not you, buddy boy. Oh, you didn't know? Well, you better call somebody. You better call the New Age Outlaws. You better call Ghostbusters. Call whoever the HE double hockey sticks you want. But you can't call on DeAndre Hopkins anymore to ball out for you. Christian Kirk, Captain Christian Kirk, is getting it done for my team, stretching the field. Larry Fitzgerald in the slot. Kyler Murray running wild all over the place. No one for you, D-Hop. You're more like IHOP at this point. But your 4.5 fantasy football points, that's not even enough to get a delicious stack of red velvet pancakes with that yummy cream cheese icing. Mm-mm. And who wasn't yummy was Jermichael Hasty going up against the Green Bay Packers on Thursday night. Did you really think that Hasty was going to ball out against the Pack? No. No. Aaron Rodgers throwing whoever the hell he wants. Devontae Adams catching colds in the desert, catching anything. It was it was over from the start. Like from the first 5 minutes, you knew that Green Bay would slaughter San Francisco. So here's football 101 for you folks, okay? Here's introductory. When you are losing and losing big time, you stop running the football. So that's what happened. The Green Bay pass attack, the air raid, completely took Jermichael Hasty out of the game. He gave away touches for garbage time production to Jerry McKinnon in the fourth quarter and only got 2.3 fantasy football points. If you ask me, it was a hasty decision to put him in your lineup. And you know what you should not have put in your lineup was Corey Davis. 0.0 fantasy football points for you, Severe Pounding. You know, that's the same amount of points you would have got in your wide receiver spot if you would have started my producer and all he did was work in his backyard on Sunday afternoon. Baruto. So, Severe Pounding, you took the Severe Pounding this week. That joke never gets old. And you, my friend, are a thumbs down performance from week 9. And now, it's time, once again, to talk some trash. Oh, I'm positively giddy at this point. I mean, this is incredible. Winning streak, putting up points. My wide receivers are balling out, 5 in a row. I mean, it's just absolutely oh. Well, that sounds mean. That sounds means that we're out of time, and we're moving on to our final Jeopardy category. The category is fantasy football falls from grace. What is our wager? Everything. And the answer is a former two-time champion of the I Love the Loche Football League. This longtime fantasy football owner failed to make the second round of the playoffs in the last 3 seasons. Do 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 do. Boom! And our answer is, who is Stafford Infections? And that's correct! Yes! And rest in peace to a true legend and Canadian icon that we lost this week, Alex Trebek. Thank you for being part of my childhood. I'll treasure the memories. And you're the GOAT of game show hosts, man. Rest in peace. Thank you very much. Okay, now it's time to talk some trash. Because Stafford Infections has indeed fallen off the Mount Olympus and landed into a mud pit in our fantasy football league. This guy was in our league from the very, very beginning, and he dominated earlier on, kind of like the Detroit Red Wings, his favorite hockey team, in the 1997, 1998, even in like 2002, 2009, 2010, but recently he's putting up more performance like the 2019, 2020, and probably 2021 Detroit Red Wings, who just suck diddly yuck, Flanders. I mean, he's a Detroit fan, so we should be used to losing right now, right? I mean, he's also a Lions fan too. And the Lions, they statistically cannot win under pressure. And that's what I'm going to put on him this week. Because he went from worst to first. Sorry. He wishes. He went from first to worst in our league. He's favored against us this week. And you know what happens when you think you're favored, you choke. So I never got to accomplish my dream of going on Jeopardy and meeting Alice Trebek, but we will accomplish our dream this week of winning 6 in a row and moving all the way up to the Mount Olympus of fantasy football supremacy. This weekend, Stafford Infections. You're favored by more than 10 points against us. Don't choke, buddy. And that'll do it. Thank you very much for watching the weekly wrap up for week 9. Alongside Fantasy Football League you never heard of, but let's admit it, you know it, love it, you can't live without it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enjoy all the games this week. And I'm going to enjoy Monday night when that Viking defense just gets lit up like a Christmas tree for all the yummy, delicious points that the Chicago Bears are going to produce. Bear down Monday night, and I will see you next week. Keep the flags off the field.